For Lesson 16, we're writing expressions in which letters stand for numbers. So we're starting off, and we need to underline the key words in each statement. So in A, I see some and twice. Those tell me a lot of what to do. In B, quotient tells me what to do. In C, power tells me I have an exponent. Increase tells me that I'm going to add. And product tells me I'm going to multiply. So I have 3 key words. Then I have quantity plus and divided. Quantity, of course, tells me I'm going to have to put it in parentheses. In the next one, I have less than and product. So I'll be subtracting and multiplying. And then in F, I have times, which means multiply, and increase, which means add. So in example 1, we're going to underline the key words, and then we're going to write the expression. So we have some, which means add, and twice, which means multiplying by 2. So our expression then is the sum of twice b and 5. That means we're going to multiply b times 2 and then add 5 to it. The next one, we have quotient. So that's our key word. And it's a quotient of c and d. So it will be c divided by d. Next in problem C, we have a raised to the 5th power. Power tells us we're going to have an exponent. Increased tells us we're going to add by the product, which tells us we're going to multiply. So there are 3 different things we're going to do in this problem. A raised to the 5th power. Increased by, which means add, the product of 5 and c. There we have a to the 5th power plus 5c. Multiplication, addition, and raised to the power. In D, we have the quantity of. Quantity, remember, tells us we need some parentheses. Of a plus b, there's an operation, which is addition, divided by 4. So we have a plus b, quantity, divided by 4. Now, I didn't put this in parentheses, but I'm going to go back and put it in parentheses just because at this stage in our understanding, we might not realize that we have to do a plus b first. Then, in example 1e, we have 10 less than, which means subtract, the product, which means multiply, of 15 and c. Now, 10 less than the product means that I'm subtracting 10. It is not 10 minus. So I'm going to start with the product of 15 and c, and then subtract 10. And then finally, I have 5 times d, times meaning multiply, and increased, meaning add. So 5 times D, then increased by 8. 5D plus 8. In example 2, we actually have the word problems, not just a phrase. Marcus has $4 more than Yassine. If Y is the amount of money Yassine has, write an expression to show how much money Marcus has. Well, what we would do is take this expression and replace Yassine with Y. So if we do that, just watch what that looks like. Marcus has $4 more than Y. So Marcus has Y plus 4. A different problem. Mario is missing half of his assignments. If A represents the number of assignments, write an expression to show how many assignments Mario is missing. If we replace his assignments with the letter A, now we have Mario is missing half of A. Of is our operation. Remember, of means multiply. So we have 1/2 A. Next problem. Camilla's weight has tripled since her first birthday. Tripled means multiplied by 3. If W represents the amount Camilla weighed on her first birthday, let's replace her first birthday with W. Write an expression to show how much Camilla weighs now. Tripled W, 3W. Nathan brings cupcakes to school and gives them to his 5 best friends who share them equally. Sharing equally means divide. If C represents the number of cupcakes Nathan brings to school, write an expression to show how many cupcakes each of his friends receive. So C is the number of cupcakes he brings to school. Nathan's bringing C cupcakes to school, and he's giving them to his 5 best friends to share them equally. We already determined that sharing equally was dividing. So he's taking C and dividing it by 5, his 5 best friends. C divided by 5. Mrs. Marcus combines her atlases and dictionaries and then divides them among 10 different tables. If A represents the number of atlases and D represents the number of dictionaries Mrs. Marcus has, write an expression to show how many books would be on each table. She is combining her atlases and dictionaries, which is adding, and then divides them. So 2 different operations. The first is combining atlases and dictionaries. And she does that first. Then she divides them among the 10 different tables. So A plus D in parentheses divided by 10. To improve in basketball, Ivan's coach told him that he needs to take 4 times keyword, as many free throws, and 4 times keyword, as many jump shots every day. Every is also a keyword. If F represents the number of free throws and J represents the number of jump shots Ivan shoots daily, write an expression to show how many shots he will need to take in order to improve in basketball. So free throws is F. He needs to take 4 times as many free throws. And So we add 4 times as many jump shots every day, which is 4J. And quite a while ago, many lessons ago, we learned that if we had a common factor like that, we could actually write it as 4 times the quantity F plus J using the distributive property. So that's a second way that we can write the same expression. Now we'll practice. You're going to mark the text by underlining key words and then write an expression using variables and numbers for each statement below. This is the same type of thing we did earlier. So B decreased by C squared. 2 operations. Decrease meaning subtract, squared meaning exponents. So we're going to do B minus C squared. In number 2, 24 divided by the product. So we have division and multiplication. We're going to do 24 divided by the product of 2 and A. 24 divided by 2A. Number 3, we have 150 decreased, that's subtraction, by the quantity. We know that's going to need parentheses of 6 plus B. Plus tells us to add. So 150 decreased by means that 150 is the starting number. The quantity of 6 plus B. And we put that in parentheses because of the word quantity, meaning we'll have to do that first. In number 4, the sum, which of course means add, of twice, which means multiply by 2, C and 10. So we're going to be adding twice C, that's 2 times C, and 10. Marlowe had $35, but then spent M dollars. Okay, spent means subtract. So we start with 35 and spend M, 35 minus M. Samantha saved her money and was able to quadruple, that means times 4, the original amount, M. So Samantha has 4M. Veronica increased her grade, means add, G by 4 points, and then doubled it. And doubled, of course, means we'll multiply by 2. All right, so Veronica increased her grade, G, by 4, and then doubled it, meaning that G plus 4 needs to be done first, and then we would multiply it times 2. Adbel had M pieces of candy and ate 5 of them. Certainly a strange word to be using for subtraction, but we know that if he eats 5 of them, they are gone. So that is subtraction. Then he split, that's division, the remaining candy equally among 4 friends. So split equally, they go together, means divide. So then we have, in the expression, m minus 5. That's what he did first. Then he split the candy equally. So we're going to have to take our m minus 5 and put it in parentheses, because that's the first thing that happens. And then it is split equally, which means divide, among his 4 friends. So m minus 5, that's what he ate. Then we divide it among 4 friends. Number 9, to find out how much paint is needed, Mr. Jones must square, that's an exponent, the side length of the gate, and then subtract 15. So we have 2 operations. We have the side length of the gate, and we don't know what that is, so we're going to make that an S squared. And then subtract 15. Square the side length, and then subtract 15. And number 10. Luis brought X cans of cola to the party, Faith brought D cans of cola, and Deshawn brought H cans of cola. How many cans of cola did they bring all together? Here's our key phrase, all together. So we are adding X plus D plus H.